Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. I'm once again in Conan Exiles, and today we're going to be sorting out the vault room. So, yeah, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to start decorating this, and we're going to try and make it look nice and snazzy and everything. There are going to be a couple of changes because I'm not really happy with the stairs coming down the way they are, and right now, I am just going to place down some of these braziers just to kind of get some light going on so I can see what the scenario is. It is going to be, well, it is kind of dark, so obviously we need a bit of light here. And yeah, like I said, we're going to try and figure out how to sort this out. I do think that there will be many changes. One of the things I'm not really happy about is the space between the top of the vault and the ceiling. I think there is a lot of space up there, so I might end up having to more or less remove the vault and try and create another level, and obviously figure out what I'm going to do with that level. Now, I have a couple of ideas, one of them being removing the vaults, creating another level, and the level that is just above or just below the top floor will be the vault room, and below that we'll do a dungeon of sorts. So that is one of the things that has come to mind, which does mean, of course, a lot of work for me. So yeah, I think the vaults for a start are pretty empty. They're just for decoration anyways. But first things first, as you can see, without the braziers here, it is awfully dark. So I do want to light up the area and work in a well-lit area. You know, got to keep that health and safety thing going. We got to make sure we don't strain our eyes too much. Right, where can I put another brazier? I'm probably going to remove the braziers anyways at the end, but this is just, when I say remove, I mean kind of remove and replace them, or place them in other areas. These are, I'm trying to keep them as neatly placed as possible, although the good chance of what will happen next will be at some point down the line I will be removing some of these braziers, adding some in other places. We can see right here we have a problem with the pillars, it's not very uniform, so there are a couple of things that I do need to address. And all around, as far as I can see, there's a lot of space between the top of the vault and the ceiling. There is, by my count, somewhere around 2 wall tiles height. So that means that is actually a space I can use. So I don't really want to be wasting that space. And I think that is what I'm going to be doing, if I'm honest. Just need to figure out how this is going to happen. Okay, we're getting some building pieces out because, as I said, I'm not happy with the current layout, which means we're going to need some ceiling pieces. We're going to need to lower the ceiling. Like up here, I'm happy with the general layout. There might be a couple of details. I have been fiddling around below, so I'm just trying to make sure that whilst I've been fiddling around below with pieces, I have not actually broken anything on top. So as you can see right here, is a bit of a trip, bit of a fall. So we're going to start with placing the ceilings, and we're going to see how this works. We're going to have to do a couple of trial runs. As you can see, I have already removed the vaults. Of course, one thing that is frustrating about removing the vaults in this game is that it actually destroys them, and so you can't really pick them up. I wish that was an option. It would make a lot of sense, seeing as you can pick up other pieces. Okay, we need to be careful here. We do want to try and keep a similar direction for the roof pieces, because otherwise it does look very dodgy and I don't like it. It does set off my OCD. But as you can see, there is a decent amount of height. It is 2 walls height-wise for the floor below that we're going to be creating through this method. Now, I do hope that I do get it right with regards to the height required for the vaults. And I guess the only way we're going to find out is by, of course, just building out this floor and then trying to place down vaults and see if the game allows us. If not, I need to figure out something else. I just don't want that big gap between the top of the vault and the ceiling. Okay, we have done a floor, so let's see how many vaults I can actually place. I have played around with the walls, trying to remove them, trying to fit in as many vaults as possible. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a vault room, so we do want to place down as many vaults as humanly possible. So if I can squeeze them into the wall and fit 3 vaults here, that would be wonderful, although I personally doubt that. But I'm just saying it'd be nice. I mean, I've got ideas of how to store things, even if I can only use 2 vaults for this section. I've got an idea. I'm going to be using chests and stuff. So it'll still be a storage area. It just basically won't be a room full of vaults, that's all. So right now, this is the moment of truth. Can we place another vault? Probably not. I'm going to make a guess and say not. All I would have needed was an extra space, an extra square. But that's fine. I can work with this. And the vaults do fit, so that is fine. I'm happy with that. Alright. I mean, they're kind of tucked in, kind of squeezed in, but that's fine. I can work with this. And, of course, we're going to have multiple vaults on this particular floor. I can do some stuff. Alright, we got a space behind there. And yeah, just checking things out, just making sure that we're doing all right. As you can see, there's all this to do. And if I remove this, that creates a gap there. That is gone. Oh my lord, that's not good. Right, that was an option I had there, removing this particular wall right there to fit in another vault, but that's not really going to work, is it? Alright, and so we have the vault here. As you can see, this is where we are. Now I did create a floor going down further into the next room. I'm not happy with the way it is, to be honest. Bearing in mind, this will be the dungeon room. I'm not happy with it. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do something completely different to this. And first things first, we're going to kind of cover this floor out. There's a couple of reasons I don't like it. One, there's a gap right in the middle of the floor. Good chance for falling down it. We want to try and avoid that. I can be clumsy at times. But I'm going to show you the other problem I have. As you can see, we're going to be setting a dungeon below. So we don't really want the staircase going into the dungeon as like the way it was. So that's fine. We're happy up here. Just looking at the space that I have to work with, because this is what I'm going to do. That's where that goes. Yep. Okay, just double checking. We remove this. And of course, we make a big hole in the floor. So the staircase is basically going to be enclosed in the wall or by the foundation pieces that I've stacked. I just need to be careful what I remove, so I don't break anything above it. 3. I might need more than 3, if I'm honest. I mean, this is all going to be enclosed and everything. It's going to be like an enclosed staircase and stuff. You'll see in the next episode, when I do work on the dungeon, what I have in mind. Of course, there might be some decorative pieces and stuff that I need to put up, but that's going to be at a different time. Let's climb up here and have a look at exactly what space I have to work with. I do need to be careful. Alright, okay, I can do another foundation this way, maybe 2 that way, okay. Maybe 2 foundations. Okay, I've got space, that's good. So I can go... Okay, so this is where we're at right now. I have started to cover up some of the holes I've made. Okay, 3... So we have 3 of these. I might need to remove a bit more. But the thing is, I do need to be cautious here, because I am getting into an area where there is a little statue right at the entrance into the staircase that leads us down into the vault room. So, alright. So this is the idea we're going for. I might need to... actually, I need to figure this out. Oh, might as well remove this. Forgot about this. And I can see the vault coming through. I mean, these won't be visible once the walls are up and once I've set up the dungeon. They are kind of disturbing, if I'm honest. Anyways, let's get back to this. Okay, and we do this. Oh, this is where things get a bit dodgy. Okay, let's do it this way then. And we drop down here, and I want to see if I can go with one more foundation towards the direction that I'm climbing on. So if I can remove this set of foundations. Right, I can. That should not affect anything. That is good. And I can do this as well. And so that is going to be our staircase. Actually, I can do it straight from the bottom and just pick up everything. Like this. And then like this. And now we can have the staircase going down into the next floor. And of course, we're going to have to wall it all up and keep it nice and pretty. So take this down and take this one up as well. Stairs leading down here. Of course, we're going to have a door. Let's put up the staircase so we don't have to do any more of the silly climbing. And first there, and the next set of stairs. Brilliant. And now we just have to close this up, and I think we should be good to go with a nice little enclosed staircase into the wall. That's the direction we built stuff, so we got to keep it that way. Like so. Nope. Rotate. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so with the lighting set up and the vaults placed down and everything, it is now time to place down the chest. We gotta pretty much make sure we have sufficient storage space for all of our needs. Now, I suppose it doesn't make much sense, much logic, having the vault room close to the dungeon. In the sense that if you have a dangerous prisoner, they break out, they can steal whatever they want. But I guess I did it for convenience purposes. I will be using this area to store stuff, so I might move things around. But at the time of, at least for me, it is convenient to have the vault room as close as possible to me, so I don't have to go too many levels down below. And of course, I can always craft another vault room further below for things that we want to store but not necessarily use, if that makes sense. So I do have plenty of space to work with in terms of crafting vault rooms. We might end up having multiple vault rooms, because why not, you know? They do have a purpose. Alright, I need to be careful. I'm trying to squeeze as many chests as possible, so we do want as much storage space as humanly possible. And as you can see, we have quite a few chests to put down. Alright, and try and get this close to the brazier. I mean, I suppose I kind of did quite alright. And I think these chests on the side do look quite nice. I don't know. I've got ideas. And I've always been a fan of a hill. My English is broken, and I do apologize. I do like the idea of a hidden vault room. Although this is nice, I do like the original built vault room by me that I did on the Exile land. So I did build a whole, let's call it citadel. And on the surface of it, it looks nice. We built a bank on top, and then underneath the bank, as you would expect, a giant vault room. That actually came out quite nice. But you see, I suppose with that, I was building on a flat surface, and so that made it somewhat easier, whereas this one's actually built on the tippy top of a very steep mountain structure. So we are trying to make do with what we have available as, I suppose, a foundation structure on which we built the whole castle. For those that haven't been following, we are on the Isle of Siptah, and we've chosen like one of them ridge-like mountains, and they are steep as nothing else, and we are at the very tippy top. One thing I do want to see, and I will test out, I will probably have to manually initiate, is a purge, and I want to see how effective the purge is. I do have worries about the type of destruction I will take, and of course I have also noticed a glitch where certain parts of what I place down do tend to disappear. So, not very fun, if I'm honest. Alright. Of course, with all the chests placed down, now we need to do some decorative pieces, and I think this will do, because why not? The walls do look sort of plain. I could have had hanging braziers, but I do like the ones on the ground anyways. So as you can see, there are chests for days, and that is a lot of storage space if I'm honest. Alright. And we do both of these walls and just keep on decorating it. Make it look as pretty as possible. I could have placed these, I don't even know what these things are. These decorative pieces and use bigger ones, but I do like these ones. They do seem to kind of meld quite well with the structure of the building pieces that I'm currently using. Alright. Got some more of these. And you can see some of the pieces coming through the ceiling above. We do have, of course, the, I suppose, main floor or the top floor, main courtyard, whatever you want to call it. And you can see like the little bits and pieces from the tent above coming through. That is one of the things that I actually find frustrating about the tents. I wish that wasn't a thing. Unfortunately, it is what it is. We have to take that into account. I would have used the tents a lot more frequent if that wasn't the case, as I do think they are nice building pieces to work with, but unfortunately for what I've done here, for the purposes of what I've done, they don't really work, just because they will have things poking through the ceilings, and I don't really want things like that happening, which is sad. Okay, we can do another one there. I'm trying to add as many of these as I can. Of course, obviously, we don't want to overload stuff. And we do want to make it look like a working stroke functioning vault. Okay, we have some of these pieces right there. So I suppose this will be like a little storage area. I've got an idea of what I'm going to do with it. You guys will see in a bit. Now, one thing I need to be careful with these pieces is they tend to snap into the wrong place, so I need to snap them into the ceiling, not the wall. Alright, so I did say this was going to be a storage area, and so with that, of course, we're going to have boxes and other things on top of boxes, but we're going to start with the boxes. I want to try and place these boxes on top of each other, but unfortunately that is not really working out as I intended. Of course, we're not going to store things very neatly, because I mean, I suppose it could work if I stored them neatly, if I placed them down neatly, but then it just feels too symmetric, and I don't want that. So, of course, we do try and keep here some organization or hint of organization, but we don't want it too neatly stored. I feel like, I mean, I don't know if this would have been a thing. I'm guessing, historically speaking, things would have been neatly stacked and stored, whereas, I don't know. It'd be too symmetric, and I don't really want to make it too symmetric. Alright, we don't want to make it too exaggerated either. So we got these smaller boxes. I knew these things would come in handy. I do like these. They actually are a good thing to build and use to fill up spaces that you don't know what to do with. Okay, we can place some more on this end. I'm gonna place some shelves and stuff like this. I've got a lot of ideas of how I'm going to use what is available in the game to actually decorate this. And obviously at the end of it, I'm going to give you a brief walkabout so you guys can see what I did. I mean, it probably won't have enough time to actually show everything that I've done, so there will be quite a few edits, but don't worry about it, folks. I will show you what I did at the end of the video so you guys can see how I kind of thought through the whole decoration part of it. So we'll do this, and I think that looks decent enough. Alright folks, here we are. So I'm kind of done with it. There are a couple of details. As you can see, we have the racks on the walls where I can store weapons, but this is what it looks like. So it does look somewhat like a vault room. We have 2 vaults here to my right. We have to my left the staircase leading further down. We have chests on either sides, decorations on the walls. The other 2 vaults right here, a little, I don't know, brazier and decorations. Loads of chests all the way around. So storage space for days. I might need to use labels on them, but this is what it looks like from this end right here. We are only halfway through the vault room, and if we go through this way, this is what it looks like. We have some pillars just for support. We have 2 more vaults in here. Alright, so this is pretty decent, but behind me we have some shelves, and of course we have stacked some stuff on the shelves. These are the boxes you saw me set up. Of course, this is also a storage area, so I just thought this would look very appropriate for a vault room, not just vaults. So we have loads of things that we are storing in our little let's call it vault room, storage room, vault room. I like the term vault room because it has vaults and it sounds important, and yeah, it sounds important. When you say a vault room, it sounds important. I like that. Anyways, or secure, that's the word. Yeah, secure. I like that. I'm going to use the word secure. It sounds secure when you say vault room. Anyways, this is what it looks like. Of course, not as good as the other one that I built, but unfortunately we did have to make use of what we do have in terms of structure, as we have built on top of a mountain, and of course it's not a perfectly flat surface that we had to work with. So there we are. This is it. You know, this is it. I'm happy with it. It took a long time, but I'm happy with the way it came out. So with that being said and done, that is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do not forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, stay safe, folks.